Hello everyone, this is Crimson, your favorite fiery whatever. Today, I'm back again with another exciting part of What If Deku was the reincarnation of Jack Hanma. We start the story a few days after Deku won the, you know, won we stopped a few days after Yusuke won the sports festival. And take away read what um Ela was finna do after he got the news by his brother. So after the sports festival, Isuku smacked him upside the head. Ela wanted an explanation about what he was doing. Then Isuku scolded him like a parent scolding a child. And he ended it off by saying, if you really want revenge, be a hero. A better hero than your brother, and I expect you to go up from taking revenge from something petty. Do you understand me? As Ida was speechless as he said, okay, I will. As Isuki said, good. After all that, it's been a few days after, and Isuki saw he got first place in the exorcism exam. I mean, the first place in the yeah sports festival. With that, he got way more hero requests from than anybody in his class. They were all impressed about how a quirkus person could do just abundantly strong feats. Not even that would take a full-grown quirkus man. I mean, a full-grown quirked person years to attain. So Isuku just picked the one that would hit him with more speed, with both speed and strength. So he went for Gran Torino. As all might notice, he picked Gran Torino. That the whole interaction as in canon happened as in canon, but with Isuka saying, I never thought someone like you would be shaking your boots. If he's a very strong trainer, then he just got me more excited to meet him. As All Might said, are you human? As Isuka said, oh, I'm quite human. As All Might looked at him and noticed he was still, and noticed that Isuka was still towering over All Might as he said, kid, you are way too humble and strong and tall for someone your age. As Isuka said, what can I say? Mama treated me right. After a few days, Isuka got doing his hair custom, which was this. When he got into his new teacher's home, he noticed there was a lot of red stuff around him. As Isuku took him to wake up, as he said, if you want to trick young people thinking you're dead, try some hot sauce. That'll get the job done, Mr. Gran Torino. As the Gran Torino said, you're a fast one, aren't you? As Gran Torino noticed that he was a whole lot bigger than people say he was. As Gran Torino said, okay, now put me down. As Isuke then put him down, as Isuke said, so, Gran Torino, what shall our first, what shall I, well, what shall my training be first? As Gran Torino said, well, that depends. What's your quirk? As Isuke said, I'm quirkless. As Gran Torino looked at him and said, pardon? As Isuke said, I'm quirkless. As Gran Torino said, so you're a quirkless kid that is way taller than I ever seen before. And with a ridiculous amount of strength that I've heard people been saying, and you have no quirk. As Isuke said, nope. As Isuke said, zero quirk. As Gran Torino said, what have your mother been feeding you? As Isuke said, this and that, here and there. Some, steak, fish, beef, broccoli, salmon, a salad, apples, bananas. As he just went on a whole list of what that karma probably would have eaten. As Isuke then said, and roasted pig. As Gran Torino said, you can eat a whole roasted pig all by yourself. As Isuke said, yes I can, sir. As Gran Torino said, then how are you not obese? Without that food you be eating, I'm surprised you can even walk. But you look like somebody that can take on a sumo wrestler. As Isuke shrugged his shoulders saying, I worked out in training. As Gran Torino said, okay, that's it, enough talk. As that sparring session will commence. As Isuke was perfectly dodging every one of Gran Torino's move, as if he was predicting what part of his body he would land. As Isuke then catch one of his feet, then gently put him down, as he said, by clapping his hands out of general respect, as he said, congrats, that was amazing, Gran Torino. Very beautiful. I can see why Alma is afraid of you. With that type of speed, you can probably beat time itself in a foot race. As Gran Torino was just sucking, breathing heavily, saying, how could you even? As Isuke said, As Isuke said, oh, I study you too. I have a quirk notebook on every single hero I have ever met, and I wrote down their quirks and possible weaknesses. Then I asked for their autographs. As Gran Torino was breathing heavily, saying, if you were a villain, you'd be dangerous. As Isuke said, Why do people keep on saying that? As Katerina said, well, number one, your appetite is outrageous. Two, you have a ridiculous height. Three, your strength and speed is absurd. With all that, it's amazing you were born quirkless. If you have all this, you'd be the most powerful villain that anyone have ever fought. As Isuku put out his hero notebook and asked, "May you please sign this?" As Gran Torino said, "Yeah, sure, kid." As he got it signed, then 17 grueling hours of training and sparring started, and it was grueling for Isuku. Well, actually, Gran Torino. Isuku was very used to this, as Gran Torino was the only one that was sweating and breathing heavily, as he said, "Come on, kid, how you not tired?" As Isuku said, "Well, I train 30 hours a day. That's my daily workout." As Gran Torino said, "Oh, come on." As Isuku then did 17 thumb handstands push-ups in under 5 minutes. As Gran Torino said, 5 minutes, my goodness. As Isuka said, "Hey, let's go eat. I'm starving." As they went to a nice restaurant and they were there for like half an hour, and already Isuka had finished his meal in about 10 minutes. As Gran Torino saw him was eating a T-bone steak bone, as Gran Torino said, "Man, kid, either you're just hungry or you're just very fair about your meals." As Isuka said, was swallowing the bones, he said, "No, no, I like to keep a clean plate." As a waiter said, "Sorry for the, thank you for the wait, sir." As Isuka said, "Ooh, my favorite." As Gran Torino saw, he ordered a whole roasted pig. As Gran Torino was looking at Isuka the whole time as he thinks, there's no way he can finish all that by himself. As Isuka was already finished with the roasted pig, as he paid for both their meals, he said, "Okay, let's go." As Gran Torino was looking at the freaking empty plate where the roasted pig is to be, as he asked Isuka, said, "How could you finish a whole roasted pig in under 10 seconds? Especially with the bone, especially eating the bones." As Isuka said, "I just like to keep a clean plate." As they were walking down by an alley, and he saw Ida was about to get killed by the slug by Stain. Then Isuka runs right up to the villain's face, then says, "Knocked him out with a full power punch." Well, not full power, he used like 50% of his strength. As Isuku picked up Ira by his leg, as Isuku said, "Really? After that talk we had?" Hold on, guys. As Isuku then continues saying, "And you promise, you give me your word you won't take revenge." As Ida said, "Wait, Isuku, this is not what it looks like. Just let me explain. As Suzuki said, you know what? That's fair. I'm I may have overreacted and thought something wrong. Please explain yourself. As Ida said, okay. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Now, as I was saying was, where he was talking to Ida. Okay, Ida, you're right. I may have overreacted a bit. Please, tell me, what were you doing here? As Izuku, as Ida said, I really did take your advice. So, me and my new mentor, what's us doing our route to make sure that everybody was safe. Then we saw another hero with Stain was trying to attack. So me and him was trying to save him. I didn't. I was just trying to get revenge. As Izuku said, okay, that is understandable. So now, who was that hero you were trying to save? As Izuku, as Ada pointed at the hero, which it was, I'm gonna say the dragon hero. As Izuku said, seems more legit enough. Okay, I believe you, Ida. As Ida was being put down, then Izuku patted his shoulder, saying, I'm sorry. I genuinely thought you were trying to break your promise. As Ida said, no, never. What type of man I will be if I did something like that? A loser? As Ida said, well, yes, I'd be a loser. As Izuku walked off humming a song that he just now made. As I want to know, why are you singing there? As Izuku said, Oh, nothing, just a little ditty I made. As Izuku said, would you like to hear it? As Ida said, why not? That sounds very lovely. I'm sure you have very good taste. As Izuku said, well, okay. As he sings this. I didn't grow up like you. Didn't have hope or a family. And my heart split in two. Maybe they wouldn't have died if they never had me. I was orphaned, running through the streets. Didn't care about peace. I was looking to eat. I was still so young, wasn't looking for beef. I just wanted to believe there was something for me. Then I met two who didn't care what I've been through. Conan and Yahiko to the rescue. Doing what we could to survive was a mess, true. But it was the mess that we had, so we pressed through. Ran into a guy who was named Jiraiya. He pitied us, took him to lane pariahs. He didn't train us to the day that I'd attack. And he saw sage in my veins inside and made him change his mind. But I passed the line, he told me I would be the world's messiah. Bringer of peace to a world that's dying. But it all changed the day Yahiko diamond jumped in front of the knife from nigh inside him. And I knew then and there, but the path that I'd been on up to this point was long and way. And I realized the change they must know pain. What you know about pain? Yeah, let me show you. You just need a little push. Let the renegade hold you. The only way you know peace is when war hits in your hometown. And when I come through, better believe it'll go down. What you know about pain? Yeah, let me show you. You just need a little push.
fighting is endless because the vengeance makes wars, and the cause that you fight for is cause with the scores. So of course when I call into question the core of this coursing of death, you would sort of appalled. All these ninjas calling me a monster. This is for the betterment in long term. What is like an illness to my doctor. So then when I perish I'm a martyr. 6 parts hit hard when I'm in charge. It starts when I slip bars like it's witchcraft in parts, and I give heart like an implant. If asked, I have been smart to my grim task. What you know about pain? Here, let me show you. You just need a little push. Let the renegade hold you. The only way you know peace is when war hits in your hometown. And when I come through, better believe it'll go down. What you know about pain? Here, let me show you. You just need a little push. Let the renegade hold you. The only way you know peace is when war hits in your hometown. And when I come through, better believe it'll go down. Run it back.
After Izuku saying that, Stain heard the whole song and saw Izuku as a worthy hero, like All Might. When Izuku was about to be attacked by that flying Nomu, the exact same thing happened as in canon. Then Stain was knocked out standing up. As Izuku said, then Izuku smiled and say, I guess we misjudged the guy. As Ida said, what are you saying, man? What are you saying, Izuku? He murdered almost a lot of heroes. As Izuku said, they're on Pierre. As Ida say, what do you mean they're on Pierre? The crowds, the world of the crowd, the money, the fame, how they look, their flashy skills. That's not what a real hero should be showing off. A real hero shouldn't care about any of that stuff. Instead, they also care about how they would look if villains actually killed them, and how many people they should have saved. A real hero should save people because they have to, not because of their fame or glory or rank. That's what makes you a true hero. As Todoroki was with them, as he say, "You're right, Midoriya. So tell me, is my father a true hero?" As Sasuke said, "No, he's no hero. So just promise me, my little peppermint, that you will be the perfect hero." As he nodded. As we time skip to the final exam, the same speech happened as usual, but this time Izuku was paired up with Ida, and they're going against Aizawa. They were the first ones to go. Ida Ida's quirk was meant to use this because Aizawa already activated his quirk. Izuku saw him, then just yanked him down and make him bounce on the ground about 4 times. then followed it up with a strong roundhouse kick right in the ribs. So you're fast, even for a kid without a quirk. As Isuka said, well, just because you're quirkless doesn't mean you have to keep on feeling weak, can't you? As Ito saw the fight play out, and it was just unfair for Aizawa because this how the fight was going for Aizawa. This is what was Isuka was just doing to him. Isuka was just hitting him and hitting him. Then they crossed the fair sign, first passing the test. We then Isuka and everyone that passed went to the summer camp. The same speech happened as usual, with Isuka was just walking up to the railing as he said, so the only way to get to the camp from here is just by crossing this bridge. As he looked down to the forest, as Pixie Weather said, as one of the members of the Wild Wild Pussycats said, no, the forest. As Isuka said, I know I said. As Isuka fell back, then did a parachute-style landing as he yelled out, to me, every forest is a bridge, no matter the challenge. As they all, as one of them said, is he insane? As Pixie said, what are you doing? That's how you get to the training camp. Follow his example, boys and girls. As then they got knocked down to the forest. As one of the members of Pixie Cat say, how long they will last? As they said, as one of them said, nothing 5 minutes. As Isuka was the first one there, and he was covered in blood and dirt. As Pixie ever said, where's the student? As Isuka points right behind him, as they all was just shaking as if all doubt, as every single cell in their body said, Isuka is not human. As Pixie said, what in the world did she do out there? As we flash back to Isuka seeing his first monster, then crack back his fist, then bash his skull in with one punch. He did it with every single monster, but with the rest of the monsters, he did some kind of martial arts, which compared to Ritsu Kaiju and Kaiokaku, he was an actual demon hiding in the form of a rampaging beast. As Isuka said, I took a shortcut. As when he met Kota, Isuka picked up Kota that just hugged him. As Kota said, hey, what are you doing? As Isuka said, it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault, kid. As Kota said, shut up, man. As Isuka continued by saying, it wasn't your fault. They protected you. They protect everyone as heroes. It's not your fault. As Kota cried, the thing just kept hugging. Then Isuka was hugged by cut her back as he said, "Finally, someone actually cares to tell me." As that's why I got end this what if off. This is Crimson, your favorite fire what ifer, and I see you the next what if. Bye bye.
Sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. Who am I? That's better, right? Gang, gang, bad, we gon' slide through the block. I'ma move close on the op, I'm a mirror, just shot. Frick, ain't always down for the block. We get him pitched out of size, now he down in the box. Down on the dirt by some inches, hit with extensions. I'ma say L out of sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad.